Hey everyone, Shawn Smith here with Dedicated Commercial Recovery in Roseville, Minnesota. I'm the founder and CEO. Doing our vlog today on The Truth Hurts. And that's a tough one, but it is the truth. And sometimes life can deal you a tough hand, and sometimes repeated tough hands. I wanted to talk about not just the challenging parts of that, but how you overcome that, the positive sides, and how I stay focused. I hope it helps. As always, thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. It drives up that algorithm, and appreciate all the positive feedback we get on these. So let's dive into it. The first thing is this: often you're not the best at something. You can't always be whatever you want to be. You know, Kevin Hart was never going to be in the NBA, and you put him up against Shaq, I think Shaq's going to take him out in basketball real quick, right? Life's not fair. Relationships aren't fair. Business isn't fair. It's not about being fair. So what should we do with tough truths like those? Well, first thing is this. My number one thing is I focus on controlling the controllables. I can't control their people. I can't control my clients. I can't control what all the craziness going on in this world, but I can control my discipline, how hard I work, my prayer life, how much I invest in myself and growing, studying, those type of things. Control the controllables, because you can't control everyone else, and spending time worrying about that and being frustrated with that is only going to detract you and derail you from what you're trying to accomplish. Next thing is this: is network. It's not just what you know, it is who you know, and that is extremely true. Who you surround yourself with, I heard it said this way one time: the top 5 people that you spend the most time with, you'll live in direct proportion to their lifestyle and their life choices. So who you surround yourself with and who you spend the most time with is critically important. And that kind of leads me into this: mentorship. I think mentorship is the number one undervalued thing in people's lives right now. You need to seek out mentorship. If you're looking to go where you've never been, who better to talk to and seek advice from than someone who's already been there? For me, I have a business and financial mentor, several. I have a spiritual mentor. I have a counselor that I meet with every week, which I call, my head coach, right? That stuff's really important to me. Navigating, running a team of people with 50 folks on this team, and then working on 5 nonprofit boards, having 4 kids and a wife, let alone everything else going on in this world. Having sounding boards to help you navigate that on the relationally, emotionally, spiritually, you name it, is critical. Next is this: you got to have goals. You got to know where you're going. And have you spent time crystallizing what does that dream life look like? What does that dream role look like? How much of your time is spent where? What are you doing in the mornings? What are you doing in the afternoons? What are you doing in the evenings? What is your financial situation? What does your health situation look like? Who are you surrounded by? How do they treat you? And if you're not there, crystallize where you want to go, and then backtrack to where you are and say, okay, what's the next step? And that kind of leads me to my next thing: is when you get knocked down, it's about learning from that, getting back up, and keep moving forward. And Dedicated and in my marriage and everything else, like, I get knocked down. I get derailed sometimes. Sometimes we have a tough day, tough week, tough month, tough year, right? But are we moving forward? Are we learning? Are we growing from that? It's not all bows and rainbows in anybody's life, but it's learning from it so that you don't keep making the same mistake. I see people do this all the time with finances or relationships. They keep getting into toxic relationships. They keep making toxic financial decisions, like they have to be driving that brand new car, have all the nice new shiny stuff. And it's kind of like the old adage: if your goal is Hawaii and you get it in the shiny Ferrari, you're going to get to the end of the Santa Monica Pier and you're going to be stuck. Whereas you can get in the junky old plane and you're going to actually be able to make it there. So it's things like that. Are you looking at what the world's telling you should do, or are you going to wise mentors who've been there and who are yelling back from that, here's how I got here? And finally, for me, pray, seek God. And that's not for everyone, and that's fine, but for me, that's everything. That's my true north. I lead with a foundational verse, Ephesians 3:20, and how I translate that is, it's His power, it's His purpose, it's His plan. I'm going to give Him all the credit. It's going to be better than I could ever imagine, and it has been. But that doesn't mean it hasn't been tough. That doesn't mean I haven't had setbacks and failures, just like everyone else. The key is, Do you keep moving forward? Are you seeking mentorship? Are you controlling the controllables? Are you networking and surrounding yourself with the right people? And are you praying all the time and seeking direction from God? This is what's worked for me. And when those hard truths in life have hit, and they hit us all, those are the things that I've been able to do to offset some of those difficulties and to keep moving forward. And I hope they're helpful to you. Thank you as always for tuning in. And as always, God bless.